muted already. Hey. Obviously, I boomered it again. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday, the 28th of January. Hope you are doing well today. Good to see. It's just kind of a very sort of impromptu stream what we're doing today because obviously I'm not Mrs. Dadman Walking. This is not her channel. We're on my channel. But the missus is on the road today. So she actually, a little while ago, she's like, why don't you go play Fortnite? I'm like, she's like, why don't you stream? Since she's not streaming, and she actually suggested Fortnite, but I'm like, I don't know. I just it's hard to solo Fortnite, and you know what? She's so much fun playing Fortnite with. She's definitely the star of the show, and it's hard to play Fortnite without her around. So I figured, hey, we'll come in here, talk about some things for a little bit, greet everybody, get you off to your Sunday mornings and everything else, and maybe have a few laughs together in a brief time. Yes, this is definitely her time and wonderful time and shows she has. I try to watch as much as I can at work, but the other day work got quite demanding and I had to pay attention to that. So, but we can talk about anything y'all want. This is what a chill stream is. Even if there are topics y'all want to cover that are within reason of YouTube standards, Twitch standards, and things that interest me, and yeah, we can hit some things today. We're very flexible. We got time in the world. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to talk about, we can do it. So I do have a few things lined up, some interesting things. And I am going to, and I told her I would borrow one thing from her is talk about what's celebrating today, some of the celebrations that are going on today. I know that it is also Lego Day, which she recognized yesterday. Had a lot of great information, and but I won't copy on that. I'm going to talk about some of the other celebrations that are today and tomorrow too. They're not many, but there's some interesting ones. So, but I found some fun news stories, and we can talk about my reaction again to Godzilla -1 minus color, as I talked to Gray from Wazakashi Tea House last night about. So hey, let's go. Let's have some fun and great. Right off the bat, Masters is here. The return of the body snatchers. Finally, Dadman Walking Fit. I could not let Mrs. have that Malik says. So today we see the first morning show with our new compost moderator. Stay tuned. I love you too, Masters. You're great. But hey, yes, I am in no way ever able to replace the great Mrs. Dadman Walking at all on any level of any stage of anything, the planet, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. I forgot to run this thing here. I'm going to edit it because Masters reminded me to edit this thing last night. So there, it's edited, and now it will crawl now, Masters. So we updated it. Yes, 567. Hit that like button, subscribe on the YouTube side. Let's get to 600, only 33 away. And follow us over on the Twitch side where I already see Ice Raven and Killer Rabbit. Hey, ooh, Killer Rabbit. Interesting topic. We stay around. We will get to that. I'll address it in the chat and tell everybody I like that. So Masters is here, obviously. Corey Cochran, good to see you on the YouTube and on the Twitch side. Yes, good morning, everybody. Greetings to you, Killer Rabbit from space. How are you doing today? I forgot. I need to make my fort appearance at Fort Clinch yesterday. It's up near where I was doing the beach streams. I did about 30 minutes from the fort yesterday, which was interesting. By the way, speaking of forts, the Welcome to Florida show with Lorena Creole, her flagship show on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. She's invited me on tonight. We'll be talking forts around Florida, so make sure you catch that too this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's why I was getting some pictures for that show too. So we'll see what happens. Master said we can continue. We stopped yesterday night, right? Yeah, we can talk 80s TV show. Exactly. Yeah, we can do that. We can talk that. Exactly. I'll start with some of the stuff that we've got, and then we'll just throw the topics. We'll make this a daytime squirrel show and go for how long y'all want to go. So, and this is what we're going to come back with. All right. Everybody start thinking here. Oh, no. Well, yes. How's it going, Master? But here, what is your favorite sandwich meat? Ooh. So now, Corey says roast beef or turkey. Oi, Stunning. Oi, good to see you. And last son of K. Hey, welcome, guys. So, all right. So we got a roast beef or turkey from Corey. Ham, stunning. Just basic plain salami. Salami. Ooh. I've never had salami just by itself. Usually it's part of a quote Italian, which is like ham, salami, and other meats put together. Yo, Sniper the Duck, how are you today? Good to see you. How are you doing? It's been a while. Good to see you. And I think you popped in the other day, but uh, always good to see you too. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah. Yes. Tonight at 8 p.m. I will do that, Masters. Okay, I will do that. But yeah, tonight I'm going to be on with her in Culture Casino, and she's uh, talking about forts around Florida. I did some field research and some other things, So always appreciate getting to spend time with her and culture, and always an honor when she asked me on to the show. Now, this is a rarity. All right. Thank you, guys. We've already decided where we're going in this stream. I have some plans. I have some plans that we can do too, but let's go ahead. We are going to follow this now. Oh, no face reveal. No face reveal at the show. No, definitely not yet. Plus, also, I'm too ugly. Nobody want to see me either. So let's see this. We're talking about lunch meats today, and we'll do a poll in a second. But let's see what olive loaf is. Who knows what the olive loaf is? Last Son of Cake. I will say that this is very unique, I think. Or pastrami. So we're kind of like, what are your favorite lunch meats, guys? We got ham, turkey, roast beef, salami, pastrami, olive loaf. Well, folks, let us look at what this is. Let me close that. Hold on a second. Ugh, stupid computers. Close that. There you go. All right, let's look at this. This is what is known as the olive loaf. If you do not know what olive loaf is, here's what it is. One of the funkiest pieces of meat I've ever seen. And it always fascinated me as a kid. Yep, that's called the olive loaf. And you can see it's got like olives in it, olive slices in the meat. It says it's beef, I think, from the package, but it's probably not. I'm still too ugly, but yeah. But here's an olive loaf here. It's like, hey, Gap After Dark, how are you doing? Good to see you this morning. We are talking lunch meats right now. What is your favorite lunch meat, sandwich meat? So feel free, jump in and tell us what your favorite lunch meats are. Looks like we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about when we're jumping off. See, you got your little olives there. You got the green part, the little ready part. What the hell is that ready part thing? An olive has always been one of the oddest. Is it a vegetable, fruit, whatever it is? One of the oddest things I've ever seen. So, but it's, I don't know. So who other than let's see, other than Last Son of Cake, does anybody else like the olive loaf? I know the missus does. Mrs. likes the olive loaf and things and like pimento cheese and things like that. Me, I don't know. Pastrami, I've not had much pastrami. I don't know. It's a taste thing, I guess, with me. So, but no, you think. Gap says now chopped ham, salami, bologna, regular ham, standard stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. But roast beef is a good one too for a change up. So, Master says that chopped hams. No, well, it keeps slipping on me. Pastrami, very common delicious, made with mortadella type of sausage. Oh, okay, that might be why it's different. Yeah, I'm like you, studying. Nah, olive stinky. Okay, so Master said it has carrots, olives, red pepper, and black pepper. Okay, red pepper and black pepper. Oh, that's cool. Olives are small fruits. Oh, if Snortopoopas is on chat, it's a polar bear steak sandwich. No, the bear's not here yet. So he's either sleeping or he's got an early game day. But yeah, he's not here yet. So I'll try to remember to pass that if Snortopoopas does come in. Oh man. So last Sunday Case said when we had a Christmas Eve open houses for family and friends, we'd get olive loaf as one of the deli meats in the platter for sandwiches. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, it is kind of that. It's definitely is unique. You know, like I said, as a kid, it was one of those things. Just it looked odd because it doesn't look like your standard lunch meat. You know, your lunch meat, normal lunch meat is just just meat. You might have a little bit of fat if it's like roast beef or some depending on the ham you use. There could be like the white gristle parts of a little bit of fat in it, but to actually have something like this where you can play connect the dots or yeah, connect the dots with it between the olive loaves. So you believe the red bits are pimentos? Okay, okay, that could make sense. So yeah, all I know is it's really one of the funkiest looking types of lunch meat that I've had. The bear ain't here, so the rabbit's setting the habits. Nice, you're a poet. You are a poet, sir. But yeah, that is the great olive loaf. So, folks, that is definitely one of the, uh, like I said, always been a an oddity to me. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about the non-meat sandwiches, but you know, that's it for now. We'll go ahead and we'll start the poll here for this one. So, we will uh, we will ask, what is your favorite lunch sandwich, luncheon meat, and see if people join in later. And sandwich, luncheon meat, yeah, okay. Neat. So we'll do this. I'm going to put in. Well, ham has got to be there. There's ham. This turkey. Let's see, ham, turkey. We'll go with the roast beef. And we will do. I will put the lunch. I will honestly put the olive loaf in. Uh, actually, yeah. Well, let's put the olive loaf in because that's. We could do pastrami, but we'll do. I'm actually going to do olive loaf other. Okay. Okay. This give it a chance. Okay. So we're going to do ham, turkey, roast beef because those are three of the main meats. Olive loaf or other. That way, if you like pastrami better, you can just type in olive loaf and make sure well, you can type that one and you can type in the chat that you're, specifically as pastrami. So, all right. Well, thank y'all for being here. All righty. So the poll is there on the YouTube side. If you're on Twitch, try to tell me tell me which one you would vote for, Killer Rabbit. If you're not on the YouTube side, and I'll try to keep that track with the vote. Yeah, last time the case says because the olives are green olives. Only way I like green olives. I prefer black olives. Oh, okay. So odd meats, head cheese, the bacon cupcake, jellied eels, to name a few. Oh my gosh. Wow. That could be a topic in of itself is to just okay, so you were going other with salami. Okay. The Killer Rabbit is going other with salami. So gotcha for that. All right, that makes sense. So vote oh my god. Jellied eel. Well, let's take a look at this. So, odd meats, head cheese, the bacon cupcake, jellied eels, to name a few. Okay. Now, Killer Rabbit likes fried egg and spam sandwich is great sometimes. I believe the missus would love that because missus definitely loves loves spam. I've had to get used to eating spam being married to her, so and actually spam's not bad. I actually like spam, uh, just not you know I don't know if I definitely wouldn't put an egg on it, So you know me, how I do not eat stuff like that. See, if I had my way, forget the doctors and everything else. It'd all be junk food like Kit Kats and ice cream. But you can't live on a diet like that. Or at least they tell me. So what is that? Let's see, jellied eels. Let's see what that is. So let's see. Wow. I now yeah, this is bizarre. This is bizarre looking at this. I'll show this here. We talked about jellied eels. Oh, you got 4 nice German sausages. Yes. Oh man, first time for 12 hours. It'll be right. It takes that long. Oh wow. uh, German word for spam. Frühstücksfleisch. Frühstücksfleisch. Did we have all this way too much as kids to mention bologna? Well, what got me is this jellied eels thing right now, folks. I mean, Masters and I think Killer Rabbits, whoever mentioned jellied eels. This is the image I saw. I don't necessarily know you put this on sandwich, but is this what y'all are talking about? It may be hard to see. I can find another image, but this is what I see with jellied eels. I'm like, yee. This definitely makes the olive loaf look good. But it's funny. Oh, Whoopa Troopa! Whoopa Troopa. Okay, make sure you vote other in our poll, Whoopa. Yeah, and Whoopa said pastrami. All right. Oh yeah. So, Masters, what does that taste like? I mean, that's really really interesting to see. So, but yeah, that is it. And so Whoopa loves a good Reuben sandwich. All right. Yes, Gap. Okay, it was you that mentioned the jelly deals. Thank you. Thank you for this idea. Yeah, it's I don't know. I Is it anything like eating oysters? Is the one thing I would ask because that would be one that would take me to be very adventuresome before I tried that. But hey, if you like it, that's cool. That's very interesting to see. Let me see if I let me do the. I actually have a better picture, I think, than that one. So let's take a look at this one. Up there you go. Now you can actually see more. It looks like okay. You can see the skin. You can see the meat. What is the jelly made of, though? Is the jelly? How do you? I mean, I guess you probably buy it that way, but it's. Is it like a broth? Is it? If you know what the jelly is, I don't know. Masters, I don't know if you've made them yourself. Master said the jelly is sweet and sour, and the eel itself has been cooked just with acids, not by boiling in a process called Beitzen. Uh, that is a Seawell here. Okay. All right. So it's like a sweet and sour type jelly. Oh, that's interesting. Uh, mm, wow. We started with lunch meats. Now we're on bizarre foods. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Now, okay. Could be described somehow like pickles. That's a good one. Okay. That's a good description. Okay. That could be worth a try, like pickles. So Last Son of K likes grilled pastrami, provolone cheese, brown mustard on rye, or Italian bread half loaf is awesome lunch sandwich. That sounds interesting. Can't go wrong with provolone cheese. Provolone is my favorite cheese for sandwiches, by the way. I definitely prefer it to. It has a milder taste. It's not like the cheddar and stuff. Ooh, black pudding. I think I've heard of black pudding, so it's really interesting to see. I will take a look at that. Oh, hey, we start off, we go with a food stream. Hey, it's all good. Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. Here you go. Oh man. Well, you got horse sashimi. I know what sashimi is, but horse probably. Then well blubber. Well, now yeah, where Snortapoop is when you talk that, but Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, I know what those are. Oh my gosh, though black pudding. Let's see. Let's see. Now this is a lot different than our poll question, which is your favorite lunch meat. So But hey, it's all good. Ingredients in black pudding. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. With the black pudding, let's see how this goes. Obviously, it's a blood sausage originating in the United Kingdom and Ireland, made from pork, occasionally beef blood, with pork fat or beef suet, and the cereal usually oatmeal, oat groats, or barley groats. High proportion of cereal, along with the use of certain herbs as pennyroyal, serves to distinguish black pudding from blood sausages eaten in other parts of the world. So, they're considered some of the oldest forms of sausage. Animals, wow. So, wow. In history, most of the modern ones involve pork blood, but in the past, sheep or cow blood was used. And one 15th century English recipe used that of a porpoise and a pudding eaten exclusively by the nobility. Wow. Oh, man. So, that is very interesting to see. So, yeah, I think I'll skip that too. But hey, great ideas. Nice thing. Nice. Yeah. Oh my God. Black pudding. I love it. Common northern Germany here in Mexico too. Sort of. Whoop is like me. Yeah, I'll pass. Yes, that would be an interesting Dagwood sandwich from all the ingredient choices. So I like a Dagwood, throwing all kinds of different stuff together on one sandwich. So yeah, Dagwood, stack that sucker up real high. I'll throw everything in on it. It's basically blood sausage or soup presented as well with beans where you come from. Oh, cool. Yeah, and yeah, that you're right. That did sound good. All right. Well, let me take a look at that. Let me bring that up. Yes, I will take a look at it off screen first and see what we got here because oh my gosh. All right. All right. Now this looks normal. All right. Jelly pig head. Okay. Well, I guess this is what this is. It's Schweinkopfsuls. Schweinkopfsulsi. I can't pronounce it. I'll stop. But jelly pig head. That is interesting. It was very interesting to see. Might have to have a bizarre foods around the world show one day. So yeah, love the gooey provolone on everything. And yes, that is it. And you hate it. I don't blame. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I mean, I guess it's one thing to conserve and use everything, but this is like insane to use a pig's head. So, ugh. So, but but it's funny what serves as food in so many places though. So, taking a look at things. Let's see. Ah, no, not sure. Let me go back on something. Here we go. Yes, we are both there. Oh, you must be laughing at Whoopa. I was trying to look at Russian meat or jelly or holodets. Uh, oh, it's a Russian holodets meat jelly recipe. Wow, that is interesting. Let's look at this. All right. This, I think, is what Whoopa's talking about. Holodets. So, yeah. Yeah. Delicious meat jelly. Yes, Whoopa likes it. It's endorsed by Whoopa Troopa while he's laughing. So, oh my goodness. So, let's see where our poll is going right now today with where we're at. We are at, let's see. With this poll, what is your favorite? We got 4 votes. We got 7 watching. Come on, people, break the tie. We got We got only 4 votes. We've had 10 people watching at one point. We got Killer Rabbit said salami. So technically, other is leading right now because with Whoopa's 1 vote for pastrami and Killer Rabbit's salami, other leads ham, turkey, and roast beef. So vote early, vote often. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. All right. So with that, we've shown the Russian holodet. So, yeah, I've never tried it. From what I understand, even Russians don't like it. Well, it's bad when the Russians don't like it. When people don't like their own food from their own country. So you saw it as a big block. I think what this was just a serving off the block. So, but hey, like look at the blood sausages and everything else that we were looking at too. All those were big, were larger blocks of stuff. So hey, well that's interesting. Hey, we got 20 minutes in, almost 30 minutes in, and we took it into a food stream for a bit, and we can do it again. We can come up with some other stuff. Masters, if you and we last night one of the topics we started getting on was talking about animated shows from the 80s, 70s, or 80s we grew up with and how TV was. But let me share a couple of news stories with you guys out here. Yeah, I don't know where all the ladies are today, but hey, Whoopa said it's basically you take the meat, put it in jello-like stuff from the fat of the pig, so it's pork surrounded by pork fat. Yep, exactly. You just encase everything in fat. But I tell you what, that's where everybody thinks you got to get the fat out of everything. Fat makes things tasty and good. The Miss and I prefer a ribeye steak to any other cut of meat because you get one that's marbled well with the right amount of fat, not overly fatty, but just enough of the right types of fat. It's really, really makes for a good meal, good steak. So, it really the fat adds flavor to the steak. It was made during Soviet times because they didn't have a lot of food, making this help give people energy. Exactly. You needed productive citizens to work. No, I do not know. I did not know that. You remember Sausage Vendor by Ron and Mary? Remember they had that transport issue in the first movie? I do not remember The Motion Picture. That's when I barely made it through. Then I woke up and there were Voyager. I'm like, but I do owe to go back and watch Wrath of Khan again. I'm under obligation to do it. So, Master said, whatever arrived, I did not live long, sir. Shall we sell it as a sausage to the Germans? Yes, we sell it all to the Germans. Fat isn't bad, but I wouldn't eat it in this form. No, you're exactly right. This looked like nasty fat. Nasty fat. Let me, I got a funny news story. I'm not going to do it in terms of the, where in the USA or anything like that happened, but just kind of some fun news stories to do. And then eventually we're going to see what to celebrate today. But here's the headline though. Taylor Drift or Beyonce? Voting open to name Minnesota snowplows. Absolutely right, last son of K. It's that fat, and you don't do it. You never press a burger to get, you never press a burger either. You want at least 80-20. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. I mean, lean is one thing, but lean, it's like, why bother eating it? But the title of this news article is Taylor Drift or Beyonce? Voting open to name Minnesota snowplows. There you go, stunning. You jumped on that one. Neither. So, I mean, Mr. Plow was Homer, wasn't it, Mr. Plow? Yeah. Well, let's look at the article, what it says. Snowplows are essential to enduring winter in Minnesota. So maybe it's not surprising that every year thousands of people vote the names for giant machines that clear state's roads, such as McPlowface and Darth Blader. Wow. Darth Blader? They're getting kind of inventive with this, aren't they? Names. I mean, go ahead. Do y'all in the chat, what would you name your snowplow? I mean, some of you live up north, some of you are in different places. How would y'all react to? What would you name your snowplow if you have? have one. So love to hear. Love to hear if you do. Let's see. All right, got that. Snowplow, is that what Snort calls it this day nowadays? Darth Weather sounds interesting. All right. I like the name. I like what they say, Plowy, McPlowface, and Darth Blader. The often icy state began naming its 800 plows in 2020 and is expected to announce the winners of its 2023-24 Name a Snowplow contest early next week, adding 8 selections to more than 3 dozen names that already grace trucks scraping snow off Minnesota highways. So, it's interesting how they've taken this and turned it into a contest. It's yeah. Yeah, and also, folks, if I do have to pull away for a minute, it gets quiet. I do have to keep an eye on the missus. She's on the road, so bear with me if for a second when stuff does happen. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Got it. So doing all this stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, the idea. See, it's a problem we don't have where we are. We'll never. Well, we had snow one time miraculously, but we don't invest in snow plows and stuff like that. But it'd be cool, if you had your own equipment, snow plow. How would you do it? I mean, I've heard about people having to shovel snows. I mean, like snow before. It's like, well, get a snow blower. Could have some real fun names with snow blowers. Name any of your equipment. I used to have a red pickup truck that I called Old Faithful. I actually called Old Pete the green van. It just, it's funny how you can give nicknames to things, inanimate objects, when they, become meaningful to you. Let's see. On this. Let's see. All right, I'll finish this article just a second, responding to the missus on something real quick. All right. All right, there. Okay. Yeah. Last time, okay, you're male on both. Beyonce should have stayed with the church choir. Taylor Swift should be singing 20 cats in her little 1-bedroom house. Yes. Master said, I lived in the great snow catastrophe in 1978 in Germany. It was so tough that tanks had to supply houses with food for almost a week. Remember that being a great adventure for you? No, it was not 55 minutes later. Okay. And the missus is always priority, especially when she's out on the road. So it's interesting that they started this back in 2020. I guess people were that bored after they couldn't do anything else in the world. So then they kept it going. There are 49 finalists this year. One name that was discarded by the Minnesota Department of Transportation realized it had been selected previously. Well, it didn't say what the name was, I don't think, but the names for this year include Beyonce, Taylor Drift, and Aaron Burr, sir. Voting continues through Sunday, and people don't need to be a minister. Oh, wow. This was January 26th. So look at this. It says voting continues through Sunday, and people don't need to be Minnesota residents to weigh in. Wow. I guess anybody could vote. If you look at Minnesota Department of Transportation, I guess they'll take anybody's votes. There's 49 finalists. They said, we definitely know snow in Minnesota, and anyone who lives up here knows the challenges of the conditions and challenges of trying to keep up with roads safe for folks to travel during the winter, said a spokesman. Now, the agency knew officials in Scotland had named snowplows for years and decided a similar effort in Minnesota might draw attention to their winter work. The response in the first year of the contest was overwhelming, with about 24,000 submissions and 122,000 votes cast. Well, what else could they do up there, or almost anywhere except in the state of Florida in 2020? The participation has dropped over the years, of course, but remains strong with 8,000 submissions for the latest contest. Besides Plowy, McPlowface, and Darth Blader, winners of the years have included Blizzard of Oz, Scoop Dog, and Han Snowlow. Top names often have Minnesota connections. F. Salt Fitzgerald, with nod known to St. Paul-born author F. Scott Fitzgerald, while the truck formerly known as Snowplow, recognized musician Prince, who for a while declined to be named, go by a name. So the response in Minnesota has prompted states and cities across the country to hold similar contests to name snowplows, from Alaska to California to Ohio to Massachusetts. New Mexico launched its first Name a Snowplow contest this winter, drawing more than 1,500 submissions and 23,000 votes to name 12 of its state's 400 plows. Winners included Fleetwood Mac, Mr. Snow-It-All, and Billy the Skid, which acknowledged New Mexico roots of the gunslinger Billy the Kid. So Lincoln, Nebraska also held its first snowplow naming contest this year. More than 2,300 people voted to name 8 city plows, with Cleopatra taking the honors as top selection. Cleopatra. That's kind of cool with how they keep coming up with some cool names and things like that. So, now they say, we hope this develops a closer relationship with people. We can show them we are human too. But bureaucrats, we're laughing along with them at some of these great names. Plowy McPlowface is a favorite in many of the contests, in part because it harkens back to a rejected online vote in 2016 to name a British polar research vessel Boaty McBoatface. Although the choice garnered more than 3 times the votes of its closest competitor, officials opted to name the ship after naturalist Sir David Attenborough. Why have a contest then? That's a ripoff. Why have a contest? So, folks, we're talking about some funny news stories today. We got 12 people. Make sure you hit our vote in our poll, and I'm going to catch back up the chat. So, Minnesota says it has 800 snowplows, so we have a lot to name. So let's look. Let me go back. So Sunning said, I don't really like celebrity chicks. They all seem uptight. Give me a nice, quiet girl from the bookstore. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Taylor Driftaway. That's a good one. Swiftly. Taylor Driftaway swiftly. There you go. Yeah. Last Sunday I also had, like I said, I only had 1989, and it felt like a blizzard to us. Foreign interference in Minnesota elections confirmed. By the way, speaking of election 2024, here's the candidate to vote for. Whoopa Troopa. Vote for the great Whoopa. We look forward to more ads that we can put around YouTube and Twitter. So, Poop Dog. Oh, my God. Oh, gosh. So, Gap's laughing. So, and we moved from lunch meats. Keep voting in our poll, though. So, studying. I get headaches easily, so I need a quiet girl. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Speaking of the poll, let's see where we're at. We got 7 votes. We got 14 watching. We got 10 on the YouTube side. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all voted in the poll. Technically, we still have one extra. Olive Loaf will technically be leading because Killer Rabbit voted for salami. So ham, roast beef are tied at 29%. Turkey at 14%. Olive Loaf / other is technically ahead by 1 vote. So, all right. Vote early, vote often, and thank you for being here. Let's see. All right. Now, with 14 people watching us, let's find another story. That was interesting. Name your snowplow. Some interesting names here. If you had a snowplow, I'll put it out there again. If anybody's joining us and anybody here, any other names? I liked your names for Stunning. Those are pretty cool. Masters also had Darth Weather. Yeah, I think if y'all can come up with more snowplow names, that would be really, really cool. So, and I know y'all didn't necessarily like it. I did like this comment though by Last Son of K though too about church choir and staying with the 20 cats in your house. So, all right. Well, let's move on to another story that we have here today. We've got this under the headline of oddities. So, hey, who loves a circus? We talk about squirrel streams and just doing stuff, drop of the hat and all that. Well, guess what? Hey, let's take the zoo. Let's take Ooh, Snowbanker. That's a good one. That's a good one to hear. So, all right. Zebras, camels, and flames. Oh my! Circus animals rescued after truck catches on fire on Indiana highway. Hey, have the circus. Hey, let's have an impromptu circus in the middle of the interstate. Why not? But we shall see. Zebras, camels, and flames. Oh my! Circus animals rescued after truck catches fire on the Indiana highway. Marion, Indiana, a truck hauling zebras and camels for a series of weekend circus performances caught fire early Saturday on a northeastern Indiana highway, prompting police rescue of animals, which roamed along the freeway, some munching on grass. The tractor trailer caught fire about 2 a.m. along Interstate 69 in Grant County, and a state trooper, a Grant County sheriff's deputy, and a third person rescued the 5 zebras, 4 camels, and a miniature horse by leading them off the smoke-filled trailer. So, both officers were treated at the hospital for smoke inhalation and later released, but none of the animals were hurt. The truck driver was not injured. All northbound lanes of the interstate were closed until about 6:30 a.m., and the animals were taken away by another truck. So, one video shows some of the zebras munching on grass in a surreal scene several miles east of the city of Marion, because obviously you don't see this every day. The truck was bringing animals from Florida to Fort Wayne for 4 weekend circus performances, which were annual fundraisers for the Shriner Circus up in the area. They had stopped to check on the truck after discovering a problem. Then found the smoke, and then basically the fire destroyed the entire truck. But here's a picture of the some of the camels. It's really not, man. It's really not much to. It's just basically the only picture has some camels there. You don't really see a lot with it. It's just kind of an odd story to see a bunch of people, a bunch of circus animals on the side of an interstate. So now, last Sunday case said, we still remember the blizzard of 78 here. Major highways snowed in for almost 2 weeks. Snow so deep on main city streets, so deep only the car antenna. Wow. Only the car antenna were the only thing visible? Oh, but yeah, sadly, many dead. I'm sure with extreme cold for that. Jeez. But that I've heard of snow getting so high it's like snow people's doors if it gets up to the roof. But man, yeah. I remember heat waves where we are. It was more the heat waves and blackouts, things in the 70s that were crazy. Yeah. Yeah, Master said, I was too little to realize the catastrophe behind it, but I still have pictures of the soldiers supplying with food, clearly of mine. Yeah. And that's good that they could get to you. It would take tanks, I'm sure, to get through all that stuff. But, hey. So let's take a look at our poll about luncheon meats. That's no change. No change. Other is still ahead just a little bit. So we'll see. Oh, well, we got another vote in there. Somebody else went other. I'm wondering what they said. What is your other? If you voted, what is the other that you vote for? We'd like to know. Because we only put olive loaf, and we got a pastrami in there, or a salami. And actually, you two, Whoopa voted, but he was pastrami as his other. So let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Spurs mascot. All right. The Spurs mascot, the Coyote, captures bat with net to the light of Wembanyama. A bat descended on the court and delayed play after Victor Wembanyama made a 3-pointer 2 minutes into the victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Dressed in a Batman costume, the Spurs mascot, the Coyote, captured the bat with a net after numerous failed attempts, much to the delight of the player and Spurs teammate Jeremy Sochan. The Coyote previously corralled 2 bats, while former Spurs star Manu Ginobili swatted another to the court with his bare hand in November 2009. What's the deal with bats in the stadium then? Oh my gosh. The Spurs scattered each time the bat buzzed the court, except for Sochan, who who Popovich had to pull back at one point. Others hid like Keldon Johnson. He said, I know my lane. Like, I'm borderline scared of the dark. So the bat, that's something like, nah, that ain't really up my alley. I was more scared. So there you go. And you want to see the picture of the Spurs mascot. It's right here. Ta-da. There we go. Yep, it's a coyote dressed as Batman. I'm Bat Coyote. Yep, called the coyote. That's his name. So hey, there you go. You get to see a coyote catching a bat. All right. With this, so I guess our generation in general has lived a lot of history. It seems that we're not done it. No. History is always moving forward. It's always change. It's not changing, but we run into new events, new experiences. So, the question is, do we learn from those previous experiences or not? That's what the big lesson is. So, or do we repeat the mistakes of the past? No, last time Kay said, I turned 7 after the snow stopped, but I remember we had school all for 2 weeks. When sidewalks were finally shoveled up to walk, the mountains were so big you could see the street. Couldn't see the street, I guess. Crash Battycoot. There you go, Snorter. God, do I keep wanting to call everybody Snorter Poopas Day? Sorry, Masters. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great name. Crash Battycoot. Too funny. All right. So I'll go with let's see. I'm going to go with one more story for now, and then I'll come back to some news stories earlier. But I'm going to talk about what today celebrates today. We've been going about 48 minutes with this. Hold on, let's see. So, all right. This is an interesting one. I'm saving one really for later, really to do. Oh, you can go ahead. You feel honored to get confused with the Great Bear. All right, that makes sense. I will. You definitely tell him if he does show up. But hey, I might have to call him Masters just to keep it consistent. Then 10 of y'all here on YouTube. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for lurking. Thank you. Say hi if you can. We like to say at least shout outs to people if they're here. But hey, if you're lurking, we love it. Thank you for being here. Vote in our poll. What's your favorite lunch meat that's there? I might close it. Well, we've got roast beef now is tied on the YouTube side. Roast beef is tied the other, but technically other is ahead because Killer Rabbit voted for salami. So all right, we're still going. We're up to 9 votes, 10 people watching. Thank y'all for everybody being here. All right, now YouTuber accused topping 150 miles an hour on his motorcycle on Colorado interstate, wanted on multiple charges. A motorcyclist who authorities say posted a video of himself on YouTube speeding from Colorado Springs to Denver metro area. Oh my God, how could you do anything like that in the Denver frickin' metro area? If you remember our drive streams, oh my gosh, Denver in the day was no better than Denver at night. But hey, Bird of Prey, welcome. Good to see you today. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling better today, and always good to see you around. Thanks for stopping by. And yep, I told y'all folks, the missus likes the olive loaf. So I'm going to put the missus down for olive loaf. So since she's not able to vote being on the road. So yes, Kapla. And do you have a favorite lunch meat in our poll? We got ham, turkey, roast beef. We have olive loaf, but we threw it with other, which could be like salami, pastrami, other things like that. Because we started off with a food stream at the beginning, coming up with some very interesting lunch meats. We looked at the olive loaf to see what it looked like, and a lot of other cool stuff we've done. And then we actually looked at jellied eels and some really other interesting Russian stuff. And of course, yes, hello to the missus. Ang says hi also together. So Stunning says hi to you. Now I got Stunning and Masters confused. Oi, missus. So, and baloney. So exactly. So baloney. All right. All right. Okay, so if you vote other there, I will add your baloney to the um okay, so that's interesting. All right. Baloney. Nice simple. But then yeah, but roast beef is good too, so exactly. Yeah. Oh, you did. Oh, you voted roast beef. Oh, okay, cool. You voted roast beef. Okay, well then, cool. We'll make sure that's there. It's not another. Oh, well, let's see where the poll is then. Now, where we got this, we've now. Okay, you moved the. Okay, now, folks, I do have to add in Mrs. Vote for olive loaf and killer rabbits for salami. So, olive loaf is actually ahead with 11 votes total. So, but yes, thank y'all for coming in and voting. And hanging out with us too today. So yeah, yeah, man, last night, okay, that was a tragic thing. I remember in the 70s with the blackouts, many people died from that. I mean, when without power and extreme heats and a lot of stuff. But yeah, imagine that's yeah, really, exactly. And that's why sometimes they say stay with your vehicles. Yeah. But definitely a lot of tragic events. We didn't have anything like that where we had when we had snow, but we had people abandoning vehicles because of the ice. People could not go anywhere across town, bridges, everything else. So yeah, so sad to hear about that. So in this case, with this story, he's a YouTuber. He posted on YouTube. I guess, folks, that's why it says whatever happens on YouTube does not stay on YouTube, and the YouTube it lasts forever, as somebody said. Uh, so yeah. Uh, oh my gosh. Oh, Aang chose liverwurst. Leave it to Aang to be. Wow. Okay, Aang. Wow. That's my kid. Aang likes the tentacle squid octopus at the buffets and stuff. So Aang will eat it. So, all right. And Master said he had a really hard time yesterday biting the lips with all the Star Wars positive Ray icon girl. Oh, it's okay. You can let it out sometimes. You can let it out. It's all good. I just have to be positive. Labor worst. Yeah, I love those too. Yes, Masters agrees with Aang on that choice. But yeah, I was going on for the diatribe about Denver. We went into Denver in a major thunderstorm at pitch black, like 10 o'clock, actually almost 11 o'clock at night. Could be a severe thunderstorm. Streets were flooding. It just was. Mrs. was singing for an hour down the road to keep me going, and we just kind of slept in Denver, woke up, left the next day, and it's like the whole damn place was one big toll road. Fortunately, they weren't charging tolls, but it was the oddest damn road I'd ever been. It was like every lane was a toll road, and I'm like, how do you avoid it? And interstates everywhere. Really, I don't know. To me, looked like a grungy city, especially for the way in the NFL like years ago where they torched Jacksonville. The league, it just like, who are you to talk? But anyway, I digress. A lot of these are way very open roads, so you can see how it can be done in some of these areas between Colorado Springs and Denver, because that's one thing in the rural parts of Denver. It's just wide open highway. But he recorded himself going more than 150 miles per hour or 241 kilometers per hour, squeezing through small. Oh, this is what was insane. The worst part: if it was open road, whatever. But he squeezed through small gaps in traffic and traveled on the shoulder. So, of course, since then, the video got deleted from YouTube. But they shared that's the thing is you can delete it, but hey, somebody might get it. It's there. So the YouTube is forever. So be careful what you record of your so I will not give the YouTuber's name or anything like that on this because I'm not going to promote this kind of stunt. But and he posted similar videos and stuff like that. So they obviously he said the state patrol said this is an extreme example, but sadly a real one. Basically, if you drive like this, you can expect to be arrested when you're located. This was a best result because smallest mistake in that kind of driving could have resulted in some very bad consequences. So um, They did say that numerous drivers and viewers online contacted the state patrol, so they found they have ways of finding you. So, right. So hey, speaking of blizzards, so luckily we have blizzards close at snowfall amounts, but thankfully not lengthy disaster period and loss of life. We're much better to keep people at home before that main part hits. Yeah, they are, but it reminds me of something that happened down in Atlanta, Georgia, a few years ago, probably about 10 years ago, Mrs. Because we had a friend up in Atlanta, and they had forecasts of a big blizzard coming through. They did not shut anything down. The whole city stayed open. Then about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they finally said, let's send everybody home. But what happened was they sent everybody home like at the start in the big rush in it. If you've been through Atlanta, traffic doesn't move. So imagine everybody trying to go home and then it starts snowing. Well, roads are so congested. We had a friend that had to walk 10 miles. And it's always the joke, but no, this was a serious case where they had to walk like 10 miles just to get their kid off a special needs bus from school. So it was, yeah, things still happen, but yeah, they do are better about closing ahead of time before disasters and stuff strike. Although what's happening down here with hurricanes and severe weather now, that every time they close because we have a potential bad thunderstorm, it's starting to cause the other problem of people that don't care because they're like, oh well, it's not going to be bad, because when it does not turn out to be that worst case scenario, people let their guard down and start to get complacent. So, but that's a oh gosh, Masters, Mrs. I hope you hear this. Master says, so now the composter process is complete. I knew it. They are among us. Even the Mrs. Ghost now is talking to us. The ghost of the Mrs. Yeah. No, as long as we don't become Soylent Green, we're okay. All right. As long as we don't become Soylent Green, we're fine. So, all right. Let's take a look at today. Since the Mrs. is here with us today, a little bit, and I know, she can at least listen or have hang tight. But hey, remember yesterday? Check out Mrs. Stream. She shouted out Lego today. Today is National Lego Day, and our friend Stunning actually did a build stream of Titans Tower yesterday, early celebrating today being Legos Day. So all hail to the great Legos, the pieces of blocks that love to find their way to the floor and make you fall and hurt your foot. So, but today, January 28th, there are 4 holidays. There are 4 things to celebrate. Today is National Day. I don't say National Gift of the Ladybug Day. It's and this one has special meaning. It is a bit of a serious. You got a big girthy tower, dude. That thing looked big. Girth, yeah. There you go. That was a fun stream. I wish I could have taught more, been there more, but yesterday was so many things. But I'm glad you were able to do that and celebrate Lego Day. Today, National Gift of the Ladybug Day, really is a serious celebration, but I think it's more to raise awareness. National Gift of the Ladybug Day today does is it honors all children with critical illnesses. It's also an opportunity to raise awareness of childhood illnesses and support children and families facing medical differences. It's based on a book that follows the story of a family of horses who discover the child is a ladybug, but will not live very long. The ladybug reassures the horses by saying, I am a ladybug. I don't know how to be a horse. I only know how to be a ladybug. So, and it serves as a perfect symbol of a child faced with critical illness. Life may be short, but perfect just the way they are. And it's, some ways to observe it is to give the gift of the ladybug. Embrace the ones you love exactly as they are. Another way is by purchasing the book, they said, or an adorable stuffed ladybug polka dot, or join the movement to celebrate the day on social media. So this was actually founded on January 28th, the birthday of the author's son. And let's see, it was founded January 28, 2022, to show by the author to share the great impact of the gift of the ladybug and its ability to bring people together to honor children with critical illnesses. The inspiration for the book came after receiving the devastating news about her son, and this was part of the grief process. So So remember that today. Children's with critical illnesses, and that is one to remember. See, celebrations are good things, and then some become things that really are serious and all that. So, um, hell to you, Canadian Spider-Man. Welcome. Hey, good to see you today. Hope you're doing well. So, feel free to tweet out the stream that we're going live, that we're still live today if you want to. Thanks for coming. Vote in our poll, guys. Make sure, what lunch meat do you like? Ham, turkey, roast beef, or other? And specify if you can. Appreciate it. Last set of case said, wow, consider 6 feet is a big deal in a place like Atlanta, not prepared as much in northern cities. But for us in New England, anything over 8 feet would get into major category for a snowstorm. Yep. And I bet. Yeah. It has nowhere to go and it's got to freeze. But then what I've heard from a lot of people, though, is it sucks when it starts melting because it becomes really even worse and heavier to shovel. And you got to be shoveling to keep things moving. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. Okay, and Stunning said the build ended up being a couple inches shorter than the Lego's Daily Bugle set. That's due to the base layer giving it a boost. Okay. But the tower itself is a bit taller than the official modular series sets. Let's see. So Reaper, there you go. All right. Wes Cagle is here. Hello, Wes Cagle. How are you doing? We're showing some celebrations in honor of the missus who's lurking out in our chat. Ham is pulled forward now, though, folks. Other has dropped to 21%. We've got 3 other. We got salami. Well, we got Mrs. with olive loaf. We got Killer Rabbit with salami, and we got Ang with liverwurst. We got 3 more to add to that vote total. So, oh my goodness, with 14 votes. Wow, that's kind of. Turkey's still back there in the back, But so I think olive loaf will pull ahead of. Let's see. So that's about 4. I'm thinking 4. That's probably about 5 votes. It's going to be interesting to see how this breaks out. So I'll have to do the math in a minute. So yeah, I probably said it wrong. Yeah, inches, dad man. 8 feet is under condition. I don't know. All those snow piles I see up there look like they're in feet, not inches. Yeah, and good luck if you decide to follow Stunning's instructions. I'm sure they'll be good too. So, all right. Today is also National Privacy Day. Not to be confused with National Piracy Day. So data privacy is a big thing, all the more with the world being on the computer, the internet. And hello, Ragnar. Good to see you, Ragnar. How are you today? Yes, and Masters is on our YouTube side today. Let me say hi to my Twitch folks over there real quick. Say hello. Feel free, opine away. We can come up with new topics and stuff as we do, as we end the celebration. There is one news story that I did hold specifically because I wanted to. It's kind of interesting, especially if we can get people from the UK. But first, Data Privacy Day, January 28th, reminds us each year to review how our data is used. Excellent opportunity to take stock and evaluate our personal cybersecurity. So there, basically, we all know our data is being collected. Part of the problem is most of the time people who have access to our data don't need it. Actually, it's a funny thing in the audit world. This is becoming more of everybody thinks auditors is all numbers and stuff like that, but cybersecurity is becoming a huge issue in the audit world. There's so much effort and time on audits now spent on cybersecurity and controls for access to data and information that it's far-reaching. So don't just think when an auditor they're just looking at numbers. It's becoming a lot more than that. So like it says, there's some steps you can do on any new device. Set your privacy settings immediately. Never use unsecured Wi-Fi. Check your bank and credit card statements regularly. Keep up to date on software. Never give personal information over the phone, email, or text. Here's the thing is, folks, listen, folks, okay, let's have a little debate. Let's have a little topic. All you guys, I mean, I know some are lurking and whatever. I'm going to throw this out. Let me know what you think, especially you folks on Twitter or Facebook. One thing that it says, stop taking online quizzes that ask random questions about your childhood, children, tattoos, marriages, pets, and favorite foods. Sometimes I think it includes who you want to meet, who you're in the most contact with. I've done one or two before, but I put all those in kind of this thing as because it says each time you take one of these, people are trying to access your data, gather a little bit more information about you that allows them to steal your data or identity. Now, sometimes I think in some cases where we hide behind anonymity, we may get a little lax or a little feeling of security, but there's always a chance that it could get violated, even if you are quote anonymous per se. But what do you think on that? Because I know, especially for people on Twitter, these quizzes are always going around out there. So, and it seems like we get new quizzes and cute things all the time. One time it'll be who are you most in contact? Who do you want to meet? All the different questions that they ask. And before I never thought about it. I just thought it'd be fun and what's the harm? But it is part of the data collection and can be used against you in the wrong hands. Mrs. has actually showed me about a show that these guys are so good that, and I won't give all the details, but there's some. I mean, if people want to get to the information bad enough, they can get to it. Let's just leave it at that. So, yeah, it just if they have the right tools and talent, they can get there. So, yeah, and I agree. I mean, like even like now streaming and things like that. I know the risk. I take the risk. Internet is a wild place, and I agree. But it's the point about: do you want to answer the surveys, the questions? Do you want to give them more than the bare minimum versus, like here we're streaming, we're talking about what we're doing, we talk about what we like. I mean, they could get it from that, but always a risk, and it is a wild place, getting wild all the time. Also, use strong password phrases. The longer the password, harder to break. Of course, IT people may tell you use characters, numbers, use combinations of things. You don't say passwords on your device. Change passwords when your accounts may have been compromised, or when you visit the dentist. Okay. Oh, I know why. That's because if you go every 6 months, that'll remind you to change. Associate changing your passwords with an event, a recurring thing that will make you think. So there you go. How to observe it. Use virus protection and a firewall. How to observe it. Take steps to secure your digital devices. Learn how to protect yourself. Maintain tech-savvy practices that protect you. Share with others, and even attend an informational seminar. So, the Council in Europe first initiated Data Privacy Day in 2007, and eventually grew to be a global platform. In 2009, the U.S. House of Representatives recognized National Privacy Day. The United States Senate later recognized Data Privacy Day in 2010 and 2011, and since then, others have continued to observe annually. And these first two were really sorry, folks. I know the missus comes up with great, wonderful celebrations. I'm giving you all that I got. But hey, we got a couple that are kind of cool today. National Blueberry Pancake Day. We talked about breakfast food earlier. We talked about sandwiches. How about your pancakes? Okay, well, we are going to end that poll real quick. I've got a new poll to come in. So with 14 votes, go ahead and vote in this poll. So I got to do a little bit of math real quick. So, but yeah, blueberry pancakes. My first question would be, who likes blueberries? Who likes pancakes? And, who likes them both together? But, crap. You know what? I need to do it this way. I need to use my phone for a calculator. I've got to do math, folks, and my brain is shut down, so I cannot do it in my head. So we got 14 votes. We got, let's see, 5 divided by 14. So that's 36%. So we got 5 votes for ham. So let's see, 21, 14 votes. So oh, it changed again. Olive Loaf is up again. We got 15 votes. Oh wow. Wow. We got people lurking, I think, today because the votes keep going up. Hey, but thanks for being here. Make sure hit that like button and everything. Appreciate y'all coming by. We got 11 here with us. Yeah, I'm trying to do math in my head before I close this poll because I want to get into the roast beef and ham are now tied with 5 votes each. So let's see. Yes, 5-5. Let's see. So let's see, 5-5 and 5-5 and let's see. Yep, 5-5 and 3. Well, I am going to go, like I said, in this poll now. I mean, we got 15 votes. I mean, thank you, folks, for doing that. Chat with us. I mean, we love lurkers, but say hi. We'd love to recognize everybody. We got 15 votes, but 8 watching. So people are coming through. So I'm going to close the poll right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Poll is closed. Now, folks, here's what the results are. If it will pop up on the YouTube. Okay, you see, this is not the final result. What is your favorite sandwich, Luncheon-Mate? On the YouTube side, it came ham at 33%, roast beef at 33%, olive loaf other at 20%, turkey at 13% with 15 votes. But we have 3 votes from the Twitch side. Ang with liverwurst, they are the car on the transit. Mrs. had olive loaf, and Killer Rabbit had salami. I'm going to presume that the missus did not vote. Yeah. So, oh, cool. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, lurk away. Thanks. Yeah, keep doing what you got to do. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you being here, Mrs. Yes, it's the site you use. Summer serious, summer not. I wonder, did y'all actually vote in the poll or not? I'm presuming y'all on the road did not hit the vote. Y'all use voice, but I'm going to presume that y'all did not vote. So I'm counting 3 more votes to the other, which means other loaf, olive loaf, and other win by 1 vote. They will have 6. Ham will have 5. Roast beef has 5, and turkey has 13. So there you go. That's the poll of what we have. Yay! So we'll do one more poll as we go through the rest of this. So. Let's see. What is your favorite add-on pancakes? All right. We're going to say blueberry. We're going to say chocolate chips. We're going to say, let's see what else we got. Blueberry chocolate chips. What else? Let's just go whipped cream on, and just let's see, and then we'll go other. I'll just do an other and specify. Ready? Here we go. That poll. All right, folks. So this is kind of leaving it open for other and things like that. So my Excel finally opened, but I'm going to close that so I can get back to the stories. And hello, 6. Good to see you today. How are you doing today? Welcome. Well, West Cagle, I am in Florida all over. I'm in Florida. So, but all of the above. LOL. There you go. Can't decide one. Yeah, there you go. Hey, at least I finally did an all of the above. So, yeah, it's good to see you have vote there. Let me see where I might have. Let's see. Masters is a blueberry guy today. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. I do need to go back up here real quick. Master said, that is so nice. I didn't know that. I will celebrate. I am on and off these cancer stations for years, and I had the honor to get to know some of these ladybugs. Oh, you know about the ladybugs, Masters? Yes. I understand that. So, yeah, and I know, folks. Yeah, Masters have been really forthright with us in the chat and stuff about, he remember your prayers and positive vibes and everything for Masters for these days, himself too. Masters made friends with a 10-year-old boy and tried to take away his fears, made him remember the MC, and it gave him a cut. Lost him about 2 years ago. I'm here. Life is not fair. I understand, Masters. I know it's hard, and it life's too short. It's like the missus says with her day, the end of her show. Live it with no regrets. Enjoy today, and and you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And and like folks, as I say, I try to put the check out the ladybugs. That is a really interesting thing, and too, that is interesting to see that you. Sorry for not catching that earlier, Masters. I was busy looking, I think, at the story, but yeah, that's interesting to see somebody with real contact with them. But yeah, and we're here for you, Masters, too. And speaking of that, Masters, a blueberry guy. Stunning likes blueberries, but perform in something like waffles, pie, and pancakes. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and Mrs. using the national calendar today, like I'm doing today. All right. So, and of course, we said hello to 6. Wes Cagle called out voting things, but hey. Oh, Mrs. chooses other, like bananas, and Ang voted for chocolate chips in the poll. Banana vote is for other. Okay, so we got a split vote. Okay, Ang, Chalk, and Mrs. Other. Banana, and then 6 is other. All of the above. Okay, got it. All right. Well, I try to give everybody options for their stuff. So, but hey, hopefully I got a poll where I left enough options for everybody today. So, where we do this is National Blueberry Pancake Day is January 28th. National Blueberry Pancake Day brings the sweetness of blueberries to your pancake, flapjack, or hot cake. Early pancakes consisted mostly of flour and milk and were more like biscuits. Later, eggs, milk, and a leavening agents such as baking powder and fat were added to create the fluffier, lighter pancake we know today. Adding blueberries to the pancake batter when mixing up the ingredients may result in a bluish hue. So to avoid this, add them right after dropping dollops of batter onto the griddle. I don't know. Who wouldn't like bluish pancakes, Well, that's what I did with chocolate mashed potatoes. I made mashed potatoes, put the chocolate right in them, and they turned kind of brownish. They look chocolate. They weren't bad, though. But 6 does all of the above. And once in a great while, usually put walnuts. Oh, walnuts. I've not thought of nuts in a pancake. So, say, what's that? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you for the reminder, Mrs. All right. I just was split. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Gross. Oh, no. Chocolate chips. Chocolate can go on anything. I've never seen. Oh, the chocolate mashed potatoes. Yes. 6. Yes. My wife at least gives me some credit for trying, but it was an experiment. The kids revolted and rebelled. They just but it was a try. It looked good. I tried. I was experimenting once. So, hey, you got to try something every once in a while. So, how to observe Blueberry Pancake Day today. Make blueberry pancakes with the recipe. Share your favorite recipes. Invite others to join you for a pancake breakfast. And use, there's a Pancake Day hashtag Blueberry Pancake Day to post on social media. So, there's real no history on it. It's just it's one of those things that do. So, now see, I like when you're a kid, you used to put peanut butter on spaghetti. That is awesome. That is really, really cool to see. As a kid, you're willing to experiment and try new things. You never know what you might like. You try it once. It's like, asking a question. It never hurts to ask a question. So it's the only one that you don't ask. But yeah, but that would be interesting. Now you got me interested in that. Peanut butter on spaghetti. Might have to try that sometime. So Master said strawberry cheese or caramel cheese on pancakes. Well, that could work. Yummy. All right. Well, you know your cooking masters too, so I know it's worth a try. The last celebration we have today is National Kazoo Day. Yes, it's National Kazoo Day, folks. January 28th recognizes nearly 200 years of kazoo music in the U.S. and encourages playing and learning about the kazoo. It requires little effort to create a sound. However, some skill is necessary to make intelligible music. It adds comedic punctuations to just about any childhood song. The great thing about it is you can hum, and if you can hum, you can play. So there you go. Um, let's see. William Frost first proposed the name kazoo when he submitted his U.S. patent application for a musical toy instrument. The U.S. Patent Office granted his application with patent number 270,543 on January 9th of 1883. In 1950, Michael McIntyre partnered with Harry Richardson and they established the original American Kazoo Company, which began producing metal kazoos. They are still in production today in Eden, New York. Now, hold on. I do have to check a breaking email real quick. So, okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, good. All right. That was so I know Masters, I know you like, but that was a time sensitive business one I had to deal with. So, how to observe it? Well, no, I think I said no. I skipped one. During World War I, another instrument made the scene larger and a little more cumbersome for a child to manage. Makers touted the bazooka as an instrument anyone could play. What? A bazooka as an instrument? Okay, I got to look this up because my military love is like all I can think of is the thing that shoots missiles. I gotta look this up. Sorry, and folks, this is kind of what we do here. What I do, because I'm sitting in with the missus. Mrs. normally is every day this time frame, but she graciously said, "Hey, do something today." She suggested Fortnite. I said, It was hard to do Fortnite today, so we did the Streamlight. So thanks for hanging out with us. A bazooka is a musical instrument. What the heck? I never knew that. Wow. The bazooka is a brass instrument several feet in length, which incorporates telescopic tubing like the trombone. Radio comedian Bob Burns is credited with inventing the instrument in the 1910s and popularized it in the 1930s. It was played by jazz musicians Noon Johnson and Sanford Kendrick. Let me get an image. Wow. I did not know this. I guess this looks like what a bazooka is. Oh, here, right there. Hello, Anima Confusa. Hey, good to see you today. How are you doing? Wow, this is a bazooka. It's a musical instrument. I had no clue. I thought when they were talking, it's National Kazoo Day. Now I'm talking more about a bazooka than I am the kazoo because I could only think of a bazooka you'd use in the army and shooting. Anyway, the stuff I learned now being on YouTube and looking things up, but this is a bazooka. It is a real musical instrument. So, all right. Well, that was odd. That was an interesting detour. And I didn't even have the missus here with me for that one. So, how to observe National Kazoo Day? Play a song of the kazoo. Hey, start a kazoo band. Make your own kazoo. Learn about how the kazoo works. Teach someone how to play the kazoo. Create a video of you playing a kazoo. So, it's a day. National Kazoo Day history, founded in 1983 by Chaplain Willard Ron of the Joyful Noise Kazoo Band. National Kazoo Day celebrates the humble kazoo and the all-infectious joy it brings to people of all ages. So, who likes kazoos out there? I mean, how about your kids? Bucky's Crafting. Hello. Oh, you're a master at the kazoo. All right. Well, look forward to hearing you play that one time. Definitely good to see you this morning. So, yeah, I just learned about the bazooka too. I'm still stunned and dang. Well, got it. It's a kazoo's day and I'm more wrapped up over a bazooka because I don't know. I guess I'm too ready to fight or something. I don't know what. So given in the wrong hands, this instrument is a deadly weapon. Don't give it to my neighbors, please. Exact. Yeah, folks, go back and watch our New Year's stream when Masters was with us at one point of it. Oh man, the fireworks when it hit the Central Time Zone. Oh my gosh, we were worried about you, Masters. We were worried. It was like a war zone. Yeah, would not give that to a kid. Oh, so that's so cool to see. And we're talking about the I got off track with seems more of the food talk up here. Stunning had said put different fruits in your peanut butter sandwiches. Oh, that could be. I know 6 with peanut butter and banana sandwich. Yeah, those are classic. Let's see. Stunning's done bananas, apples, strawberries. Might have done a pear once in a peanut butter sandwich. You don't know till you try it, Go ahead and try it. What's the worst? You end up making chocolate mashed potatoes that nobody eats. Yeah, like I've done. Yeah, exactly. I will still say, honey, you are very gracious when you two talk about that. You're nicer about it than I am. So those are the celebrations today. The National Kazoo Day, the National Kazoo Day, National Blueberry Pancake Day, which let's look at our poll right now. Blueberries at 50%, others at 12%, whipped cream 25%, chocolate chips at 12%. Also, we have one of the others is all of the above, and Mrs. voted other with banana. So we got one more vote on the other side there with 8 votes. Thanks for participating. The other celebrations, Data Privacy Day, like we said, protect all your data, and National Gift of the Ladybug Day, which again is about drawing attention to children with with life-threatening diseases and conditions. It's based on a book, The Gift of the Ladybug. So a lot of stuff to celebrate or to remember. Sometimes the celebrations are not the best word, but remembrance days are good ways to talk to define some of these commemorations. So since the missus is not doing a show tomorrow, I'll real quick. Oh, wow. There's some good celebrations tomorrow, though. I'm going to jump off the celebrations. I'll come back to it in a second. What I did want to go back to was some of our odd news, especially with so many people here right now. Let me catch up on the chat because I got a story that I'm really curious to see what people will think when I do it. So Bucky's welcome again as master at kazoo. Oh shoot. Okay then. Yeah. Okay. I see. I went too high. Bucky's likes peanut butter banana. Hubby likes pickles. Well, that's an interesting choice. So hey, whatever you like. So peanut butter goes good with fruit. Okay, Stunning. I'll try that. You didn't steer me wrong with IHOP hamburgers, so I'll trust you. I'll try that one time. So, and now Masters wants some peanut butter. Thank you, folks. Well, that's what we do around here, Masters. You know it. When we talk food, at least it's not 2:00 in the morning making you hungry. We specialize in late night food talk. So, this story is, I know, and I'm not playing it as a where in the world or where in the USA like I do. It's really the headline that I want to read the story and talk about a couple stories with you just to get your feedback about that. So, this one I'm really, really peanut. You refuse to make the sandwich. That's awesome. All right. The headline is a U.S. scientist has, especially tea lovers. If you love tea, I really want to get your thoughts on this. Hopefully the article is not disappointing, but I'd really like your thought if you like your tea. A U.S. scientist has brewed up a storm by offering Britain advice on making tea. Okay. Dateline London. An American scientist has sparked a transatlantic tempest in a teapot by offering Britain advice on its favorite hot beverage. Bryn Mawr College chemistry professor Michelle Frankel says one of the keys to a perfect cup of tea is a pinch of salt. Salt. It's included in her book, Steep the Chemistry of Tea, which was published by Wednesday by the Royal Society of Chemistry. Not since the Boston Tea Party has mixing tea with salt water roiled the Anglo-American relationship so much. Okay, salt in tea. I don't know. So the salt suggestion drew howls of outrage from tea lovers in Britain, where popular stereotype sees Americans as coffee-swilling bores who make tea, if at all, in the microwave. And don't forget, in the South, we add a boatload of sugar to it and put ice in it. So, oh gosh. Apparently on Twitter, the etiquette guide Debrett's. I'm not familiar with that. I wonder if Jess would be. Would it be in English? Debrett's is an etiquette guide. Wrote on Twitter, quote, "Don't even say the word, quote, end quote, quote, salt, end quote, to us." The U.S. Embassy in London intervened in the brewing storm with a social media post reassuring, quote, "The good people of the UK that the unthinkable notion of adding salt to Britain's national drink is not official United States policy." Oh, gosh. All right. Let us unite in our steep solidarity and show the world that when it comes to tea, we stand as one. At the tongue-in-cheek response by the embassy. The U.S. Embassy will continue to make tea in the proper way by microwaving it. It's just too. So I don't know. What do you think of tea? Have y'all tried tea? I mean, salt and tea. If you're tea drinkers, have you tried salt and tea? Does it make sense? I'm not sure what salt would necessarily do, but it just was interesting. So it said, let's see. Yeah, the embassy had to go out later say it was a lighthearted play on our shared cultural connections rather than an official press release. So, all right. So, Bucky's likes a little tea in your creamer. Oh, okay. So I guess you're pretty heavy on that creamer side. I gotcha. So, I cannot imagine what salt would do. Now, steeped in contrast is no joke. The product of 3 years research and experimentation, the book explores more than 100 chemical compounds found in tea and puts the chemistry to use with advice on how to brew a better cup, the publisher says. Frankel said adding a small amount of salt, not enough to taste, makes the tea seem less bitter because the sodium ions in salt block the bitter receptors in our mouths. So there is a chemical, they're coming at truly from the chemistry side of things with it. I might have to try that and experiment. Like I said, not enough to taste, but just enough to. So now Anima says, I put salt in my coffee just a tiny bit. Makes it easier for the stomach. Well, okay, that's very interesting. Do you notice that it does not taste as bitter? Too, or did you notice any difference with the taste? But that is interesting because I would have never thought to have done these. My coffee I drink it just black. Hot tea I drink with nothing else in it either. I just no salt, no sugar, no cream. But that is interesting. So, Studying has never tried tea, which might seem surprising since you're a tea bagging champion. Yes, you are, sir. Yes, you are. So, Northern Germany is more or less like England with tea, and I say England, not Britain. We take our tea daily with milk and brown rum flavored sugar. Oh, brown rum. Oh, brown rum flavored sugar. Oh, okay. Not. I thought you were saying you put rum in your tea too. So, but that's okay. I'm right there with you. I'm black and strong, like my granddad used to make. He was an old World War II Marine, and he drank it. Plenty strong. Nothing worse than like weak coffee. I mean, I don't want flavored water. You know, you want it so strong it can float iron. So, yep. It's common. Most families and companies to come together once a day and have a tea in order to reflect the day together. See, that'd be nice to have something like that in the American workforce. Let's just take that break, come together, talk, and have a tea, and just refocus. But that's not how we do it. Personally, I'd love a siesta, but they won't let us do that either. You have to do that without them looking. So, but yeah, that is interesting, Anima, that you put the salt in the coffee. So that would be interesting, folks, to try with your tea sometime. That is interesting because it will block the bitter receptors and see if it makes a difference. So, because it also makes it, if it makes it easier for your stomach, then yeah, maybe there's something in the bitter. Who knows? But yeah, good for you. That'll be interesting. Oh, something all for us to try then. She also advocates for making tea in a pre-warmed pot, agitating the bag briefly but vigorously, and serving in short, stout mug to preserve the heat. She says milk should be added to the cup after the tea, not before. Another issue that often divides tea lovers. Okay, Bucky, I know you talked about creamer in there too. So you know what? I'm actually gonna put this article in the chat for y'all to look at if you want to on your own, because especially if you are interested in the chemistry, because it's interesting how it's beyond just that. It is a clickbait headline with the debate stuff, but it's really interesting to see what they say that about the chemistry of this. In a pre-warmed pot, agitate the bag briefly and vigorously, and but serving in a short stout mug to preserve the heat. And that adding the milk. Now, Bucky, do you add the milk before or after your tea? Because in this case, the article says add the milk should be added to the cup after the tea, not before. Apparently, this is a thing. When do you add your milk, before or after? Is it something in the tea debate? I guess the article's including here. The author has been surprised by the level of reaction to the book in England. She said, "I kind of understood that there would hopefully be a lot of interest. I didn't know we'd wait a diplomatic conversation with the U.S. Embassy. So it has made her ponder the ocean-wide coffee-tea divide that separates the U.S. and Britain. I wonder if it's more just a caffeinated society. Coffee is higher in caffeine," she said. "Or maybe we're just trying to rebel against our parent country." Yes, America, hell yeah. Oh, that's our lovely Brit friends that keep reminding us of that wonderful tea. But hey, you add it after. You add it after because you brew it in a mug, and I don't want the milk messing with the brewing process. Okay, exactly. Okay. Anima says, my Welsh step granny would whack you with a towel for adding milk after the tea. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, so that is, okay. So there is it really is, you add the tea before, the milk before the tea then. Oh, Max Redstone. All right. Hey, have a cup of tea or get some coffee. It's got more caffeine for you, Max. But yeah, so that is fascinating to know and hear about, so they actually, I wonder if that, I'm inferring now, and if you can help confirm me, I guess maybe England, UK with the Welsh too, they add the milk before the tea. And I guess we in America do it opposite. If I'm reading this article for what y'all are saying correctly. So it's wow, it's interesting. And we got the debate in a different article, different positions here in the chat. So thanks for letting me know that though, Anima. That really is interesting to hear real life example of that. So folks, here's the article to the T. If you want to check it out. So I'm putting it out where you can get it both on YouTube and on Twitch. So yep. All right, you got to skedaddle. Well, thanks for coming. Say hi, Bucky. Be in touch later. But yeah, a couple errands. Thank you for coming by and checking on us. And everybody with 14 here, thank you. Make sure you voted in our poll right now. We've got 9 votes. We got 11 watching on YouTube. We got 9 votes. Make sure you voted. Blueberry right now is far and ahead away with 56% of the vote in this case with this poll. So we'll go with a couple more little things we got right here. I'll do another news story. And thank you Bucky. Thank you, Anima, for really chiming in on the tea debate, and Masters, you too. Thank you for doing that. Let's see. What are you saying? Look up. Okay, so you can see what I'm talking. Okay, let me do that real quick. So give me a second. So I will type. And I tell you what, this is what like Master's doing and others have done here. I like to do this when we're live in a chill stream like this. That's what the purpose is. If there's something that we should talk about that you want to talk about, love to investigate it, look at it, and have some fun with it. So, okay. What the hell am I looking at, Masters, though? I mean, I see. Is this like a tea or a cider? But what is the stuff that is inside of it? I Yeah, because I'm like, wow, this actually has stuff in it. So, oh, a certain tea tradition. Okay, all right, we'll do that. Bucky's to the sea. No, Bucky's busy, but Masters, is this? Yeah, let's see. Oh, it's milk and brown sugar. Milk. Oh, okay. So that's what it is, and that's the sugar. That's the milk and brown sugar. Oh, so this is what the tea looks like from it. So Max with caramel donut. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so you've been trying to six. You've been trying to drink it to help with it. Yeah, sometimes tea is good for you. I know lemon tea is something that people talk about too. The lemon tea and things like that. So, but yeah, well, that's what the milk and brown rum sugar looks like. Well, that's interesting, Masters. Thank you for sharing, including that, so that I could share that. So, um, let's see, look in here, taking a look at. Let's see. But yeah, tea's a good thing. I mean, usually when we get cold, I like hot chocolate though. If I want to be something to do, I go for hot chocolate. So uh, when we were out of town last week, I drank so much hot chocolate; it was beyond ridiculous. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure what this. So all right. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is there. But six, bought the lemon ginger tea. It's disgusting, but it helps tiny bit with cough. Ginger, I know. I had something a while back where I was trying to deal. Mrs. recommended the ginger, like ginger candies. Oh, I did not like the taste of it. She warned me, but yeah, but it does help, and it did help with a cough. So it really is. Sometimes the stuff you have to take and do just to survive uh, to get through things. It's worth the extra turmoil. So even if you don't like it, it's um. Let's see. Let's see. I really wish I don't want to redo a story we did earlier because there one that we had earlier was Taylor Drift or Beyond Sleigh. The state of Minnesota is opening voting to name their snowplows. So, oh, it's sage tea. Oh, okay, that's another one. Cocoa pods and tea bags and work bag for coffee fit. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Well, let's look at tomorrow's celebrations. We've got one of them, and this one I know Stunning has got to love. It's National Bubble Wrap Day tomorrow. It's the last Monday of January. National Bubble Wrap Day. Who doesn't love bubble wrap when it comes in the mail? You get the packages, they got it in it, and what's the first thing we do? Whether you're a kid or you're an adult, pop the hell out of the bubbles. So Monday, the last Monday of January, is National Bubble Wrap Day, also known as National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day, on the last Monday of January. Uh, Today, its primary purpose is to protect fragile items in shipping or storage. Of course, people take enjoyment from popping the bubbles in the bubble wrap. So, here's back to the origination of this. So, when two engineers created bubble wrap, the use of packaging did not pop into their minds right away. Mark Chavanis and Alfred Fielding first sealed two shower curtains together in 1956 in the town of Hawthorne, New Jersey. The technique created a smattering of air bubbles. So the two engineers initially thought the creation would make great wallpaper. However, sales for the wallpaper never materialized. So they moved to selling the product as greenhouse insulation. The product was originally named I wanted to say aircraft, but AirCap and produced by the Sealed Air Corporation, which was founded in 1960. In 1961, the product evolved into the bubble wrap we know today when it protected IBM's 1401 computer when it started shipping. Sealed Air Corporation trademarked bubble wrap and has been filling shipping needs ever since. This reminds me, bubble wrap we talk about is technically a trademark name. It's like you call everything Velcro. Well, it's technically hook and loop, but Velcro is a trademark product name. And that's why I like when the missus does her build streams, refers to them more as build streams, not necessarily Lego streams, because not everything she uses, not everything out there are Lego brand products. So there are technical differences in there with these things. So how to observe Bubble Wrap Day. Use some bubble wrap. Create an art project. Recycle by donating to a local organization. Read a polka dot book. I say just get some bubble wrap and bang the crap out of it. You got a loved one or a kid or somebody you want to annoy, go ahead and do it. So, all right. And yeah, it's cool. Hey, let's see. We are bringing people together. Yay. As it says, Sage tea. It looks like 6 just ordered some. Yay. Exactly. And so, folks, try the salt in your tea for a while. And we know Anima put some salt in the sugar, the coffee. So why not try it? See how it works for you. Hey, Phil, good to see you, man. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Howdy back to you. Zach, good to see you. We're talking bubble wrap right now. I bet you love bubble wrap. I do. I like destroying bubble wrap. Wallpaper, that's a dang cool idea. Yeah, they said that originally what was known as bubble wrap was intended to be wallpaper to begin with. But they took 2 shower curtains, brought it, took the air out, called it the bubbles, and there was going to be wallpaper, but it didn't take off. So, do you say it was in the 60s? I get loose in the sky with bubbles. The corporation was founded in 1960. The actual invention started in 1956, and then subsequently they trademarked it. So yeah, you can say loose in the sky with bubbles. So, in 2001, Jim Webster of Spirit 95 WVNI Radio in Bloomington, Indiana, created National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. So there we go. All right. What the heck happened with that? Okay. We only got 2 more today. There's not many for tomorrow. National Corn Chip Day. Hey, go get your big bag of Fritos or anything else. But yeah, National Corn Chip Day is tomorrow on Monday. Grab the queso and salsa and celebrate National Corn Chip Day. Encourages corn chip lovers to whip up their favorite dips and toppings. Corn chip or friotes, not to be confused with the tortilla chip. Oh, no. Okay, they are different. So, okay, sorry. I got too expansive there. But yeah, the corn chip or friotes are different than the tortilla chips. But both are made from cornmeal, which is baked or fried in oil. Differing steps for processing the corn separate from the tortilla from the corn chip. The corn for the tortilla chip is soaked in a lime water solution that breaks down the hulls. The process creates a crisper, milder chip. The corn chip is sturdier with a stronger corn flavor. Okay, both were popular snacks originating in Mexico. Okay, so the Fritos corn chip would be this. The other was not. Okay, so National Corn Chip Day tomorrow. So it is interesting with the processing of makes a difference. 2 men are credited with patenting and marketing the corn chip in the U.S. First, Isidore Filler often ate a tostada, which is a hard corn tortilla with toppings, traveling in San Antonio, Texas, as a salesman. He struck on the idea of making them into rectangles and marketing them as a chip. In 1932, he patented his concept. So around the same time, Elmer Doolin was traveling in San Antonio, was enjoying friotes. According to the story, he paid $100 for the recipe. Experimenting in his home, he created the ideal corn chip. Then started selling them from the back of his Model T Ford. When he began mass producing them under the name Frito Corn Chips, they were a hit. So, in 1945, Doolin came to an agreement with Herman Lay of potato chip fame to distribute Doolin's Fritos across the country. The two companies merged in 1959 after Doolin's death. So that is the history of them. So Fritos, yeah, we got Fritos there. So hey, now part of the Lay's company. So tortillas and Totopos Day are way different. Today is Totopo Day. Yay! We all like. Hey, all I know is it's food. If it's food and it tastes good, I'm eating it. So, how do you observe National Corn Chip Day? Create a topping buffet with everyone's favorite toppings. Include whatever you want: jalapenos, cheese, pork, chicken, onions. What type of stuff would you like on your corn chips? We've had like taco nights using corn chips with seasoned taco, ground beef, cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, onions. What would you? I mean, we make tacos without taco shells by using corn chips. Yeah. Let's see. Tapo basically means to put something onto it, and it is here used for dip guacamole. Okay, that's cool. Oh, you love them with sour cream. Yep. All right. Like I said, we don't. Some nights the missus will get the corn chips. We don't even use taco shells. Just make it a kind of a taco salad with just corn chips type thing. Dip it. Some of you looking for hot and spicy, while others like it light and fresh. Cheese dipping, layers melty, herbaceous flavor party started. Pack them up. Sneak corn chips in your loved ones' lunch bags and cheese slices container of their favorite dip. Stick a corny note to it. There you go. Let them find that at work. Get that silly corny note that they give you to, like chip chip hooray, it's National Corn Chip Day. Or here's the real winner according to this article: it's Nacho Average Holiday. Now, this doesn't just guac their world. We don't know what will. All right, nice writing. All right, so the National Corn Chip Day history is we've been since at least 2002. However, nobody's been identified as the organizer of the celebration. So 6, spread refried beans on a flour tortilla and add Fritos and lettuce. Like them and eat them like a taco. And that does sound interesting. It sounds very, very interesting. And we got one more celebration to talk to. Go ahead and feel free to, if you got other ways you like to eat them, feel free to share it. We got one last one here for tomorrow, January 29th is National Puzzle Day. Yes, Puzzle Day, which I will do this here. I will do in celebration of National Puzzle Day there. I will show you this. This was a puzzle I used as a wallpaper. That was from our visit to Fort Pickens, Pensacola last September, Labor Day weekend. And the missus and her sisters got together and built this, put the pieces together. It's a map of the Civil War with events, places, maps, movements, things like that. So in celebration of National Puzzle Day tomorrow, I will use that. But National Puzzle Day, recognize how exercising our brains with puzzles is just one of the many benefits. And that a lot of times people do it for the challenge. Do you have a certain methodology for the pool? Yes. Yeah, I'll show it again too in just a second. Yeah, but yeah, it is really a good battlefield to. I will show it in a little more detail in a second. But oh, God, fun fact: people named Ignacio here are generally called Nacho. Oh, that's interesting. But the point of this is, and the missus will tell you she likes puzzles. It's the brain activity, things like that. Missus has certain ways she does the puzzles from, I think, from the outside in. We actually have a set of 3 puzzles that will make one panoramic that we're planning on trying to do a stream together with about that. But she loves puzzles. Her sisters get it all together and do that. And so this is more than just the putting puzzles together and looking at it. A lot of it, the reason for the celebration is to engage your mind, brain activity. It improves memory, cognitive function, problem solving skills, kind of like the word searches and crosswords that have benefits, increasing vocabulary and language skills, or Sudoku with the numbers. Puzzles offer other social benefits. We can work on these as brain teasers with someone, improve social interactions, like I said, with the sisters. You can enjoy a group or play with our children, interacting with other people, working with them quietly together provides an opportunity to focus mind in a meditative way that isn't forced. Bottom line is that the puzzles stimulate the brain, keeping it active and practicing its skills. Invite a friend to do a puzzle with you. Try a puzzle game or revisit an old one. Create a puzzle game. Post on social media stuff. So the history of this is in 2002, Jody Jill created National Puzzle Day as a way to share her enjoyment of puzzles. As a syndicated newspaper puzzle maker, professional quiz maker, Jody Jill developed classroom lesson plans especially for the observance, and the popularity has grown year after year. So puzzles are really, really good. Now back to this. Let me see. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see how I can do this. Let's see. Nope. Do that. Do that. Damn StreamYards. It's just me. It won't make. Let me see. I'm going to take myself off for a second, but so you can take a look at this puzzle one more time. Since you love the maps with this one, if you look at it, is a map of all the engagements in the U.S. Civil War. You will see the terrain by the darker brown is higher elevations. I mean, they really made it topographical. You'll see where battles happen. You'll see the reds and the blues where, the blues are the Union major movements. The reds are the Confederate major movements. So this is a really thing with it, like there. So, and if I could move this stupid, see, I'm going to show you a fort where I talked about where this map was. It's Fort Pickens. I'm going to take myself down again. I'm going to point to it. Hopefully you can see it. On the, I don't know. I don't think you can see it because it's not on the. Let's see if you. Now take Pensacola, Mobile, Alabama, that area over near Pensacola, Florida. That's where we got this and where you did it. You're pass. You pass. You're puzzled. All right. Well, hey, but that's it. And the reason why I want to talk a little bit about the fort and stuff like that too was that, I'm going to wrap up the stream now. Thank you for everybody coming in. Great to see you. Some of y'all I don't get to see at other times of the day. I know you're busy in things that happen, and it's not often that I'm not doing Fortnite in the daytime like this. But great to have all y'all that have come in and come through. Let me let's see. We will close the poll with 10 votes. Then so Blueberry wins with 50% of the vote. So, but before you leave, I did want to say a couple things though, real quick. Blueberry won 50%, whipped cream and other at 20%, chocolate chips at 10%. So thank you for those votes. The reason I'm talking about this tonight, about forts and a little bit with the Civil War, I've been asked to be on with Lorena Creole and her Welcome to Florida show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, and she's going to be talking about forts in Florida, and she's asked me to be on as a guest, and I will be there tonight. So I hope to see y'all there too, talking some forts and having a lot of laughs with her at Culture Casino. Is always a pleasure and an honor to get to be with them. So I hope that you can join us for that. I might do Fortnite later today. I might do something tomorrow night before the missus returns, but you never know. Just follow me on Twitter at DadmanWalking55. That's where you're going to see when I go live. And make sure you hit the notifications. Make sure you're still subscribed on the YouTube side and on the Twitch side. Also, one last announcement that I want to give me a second. I've got to. Yes, exactly. There's something that's near and dear to my heart and the missus' heart that I do, and I don't do this often. I do not do this often. But I want to put this out there. And, he had mentioned something in the chat about what he's going through, what's going on. But I want to put this site for masters out there. This is a site where friends of his that are involved in this, that are raising the funds that administer it on his behalf, are raising funds. Masters is in Mexico now. He's trying to return. Obviously he's very sick. He's trying to return to Germany. And there are lots of costs. There are a lot of things that are involved in this process, and that have to be worked out on top of his day-to-day health issues. So, I don't push causes. I don't do fundraisers. I don't do that as a rule of thumb. But we've gotten to know Masters. We've spent Christmas Eve with him. We did him with Thanksgiving, and so if you can take a look at this, share it out, tweet it out. Take a look at this sometime and help out this great friend of our channel here who is in need. And obviously, like I said earlier, please send him your prayers, thoughts, vibes, all those good thoughts to him out there in these times. So I appreciate that. And thank you for that and that consideration. And I also thank everybody for being here today. Thank you for all that you do, all that you've done. And thank y'all being here. This is encouragement and interacting. And like I said, I'm just here sitting here rambling. You guys in the chat make this stream what it is. Uh, it, Laughing, crying together, giving me a hard time, telling me things. And you guys, without you guys, I'd just be sitting here just reading stuff boringly. But you guys are on fire, and you guys really make the chat. And I want to let you know that y'all are all special to me and to the missus. And by the way, also for the missus, if you have not subscribed to her channel, please go out there, give her a subscription too. She just got over 150. She does a daily show at 9 a.m. every no, 10 o'clock. I hope she didn't beat me to it, but yeah, she changed her time to 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern. Check her shows out for that. This is daily dose of positivity is what she wants to start the day as, and I'm going to put that in the chat here, and then close up 10 a.m. 10 a.m. ET each day. Now it will not be tomorrow because she's obviously on the road, and I will not be here. So, but yeah, please, if you have not had a chance to check the missus out, go check her out. And she does check out her channel. She does a lot of build streams and stuff at times too. So Lego, other non-block builds, and she's looking to expand her streaming stuff too. And go support her. I'm biased. I'm jealous. I'm biased. So I think she's great. And I tell you what, honestly, I love playing Fortnite with her because when she's not playing Fortnite with me, it's not the same. And she's better than I am. And honestly, I will admit, I screw up when I try to make the decisions at the end of the game. I got to listen to the woman on that one because she makes the right decisions. Because how many times I go dying at the end, like I made the decision, I rushed in. But hey, on all thank you. So give her some support too. And like I said, I'll go ahead and end here before I keep rambling forever. But thank you all for being here. 11 y'all still with me after 2 hours. Appreciate the support. Thank you for that. If I go live with Fortnite later, I will. If not, hope to see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern over at Lorena Creole Show. On that note, everybody, have a great, like Anima says, have a great day. Six says, have a great day. Don't forget this, and we will catch you later. Bye, all.